Spider fans, the name on the jerseys are the same as last November, but the two squads couldn't be much more different than they'll be when the giant Patriot League game kicks off Saturday. Hello, Spider fans everywhere, and college football fans across America and around the world. It's Satchmo from the Spider Gang, proud to be back for another season of Spider's Prologue. This week's episode features the Patriot League's powerful Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Saturday at 12 noon in Lehigh's Goodman Stadium, Richmond will take on the Hawks in their historic Patriot League season opener. Last season, Lehigh defeated Richmond at the Brick House in the opening round of the FCS Playoffs. When the Patriot League's 2025 schedule was announced, I'm sure many Richmond players, coaches, and fans marked this rematch on their calendars. I, for one, am glad it's finally here. Lehigh brings back nearly their entire championship team intact. 9 2024 All-Patriot League first or second team players return. They include 2 outstanding running backs and a wide receiver as well as their quarterback. Big plays by running back Green and wide receiver Jamil led the Mountain Hawks to victory last November. The offensive line also returns plenty of experience plus transfer help. Richmond will be challenged to stop the run-first Hawks and eliminate the big plays that burnt the Spiders in the playoffs. I've heard that 10 starters on last year's top-ranked Patriot League defense return. The Hawks led the league in scoring defense. They're led by preseason Patriot League Defensive Player of the Year defensive tackle Matt Spatny. He was accompanied by another all-preseason pick at defensive tackle TJ Burke, linebacker Edwards, defensive back Peltkian. Richmond was one of 8 FCS teams that Lehigh held below 20 points last season. Fans expect the Richmond offense to be tested. The best description of Lehigh's offseason is continuity. For Richmond, the best description might be change. The magnitude of change the Spiders must accommodate is higher than any season in recent years. Richmond was savaged by a combination of graduation and the transfer portal. 10 starters exited versus the portal, and several more graduated. Only 6 players remain on the roster who started the game versus Lehigh last November. 16 players on the Spiders' 2-deep chart for Lehigh will be making their college debut. If they play in this game, Spider fans, we've got to grow up in a hurry. Richmond's offense and defense will feature players who in most cases are younger and less experienced than last season's championship starters. Many of them have some game experience, but for others, it will easily be their most significant playing time. Uncertainty abounds on the offensive line, where a less experienced and untested group will have to protect new starting but experienced quarterback Kyle Wickersham. It must also open holes for an experienced group of running backs, but a group in which no clear successor has stepped up to replace Zachary Palmer-Smith. I expect Richmond will have to establish a running game to succeed offensively on Saturday. Wickersham will also have a new trio of wide receivers, Griffin and Quaney, with game experience, and transfer Jaden Fair, who will be making his college debut. The Richmond defensive front 7 should be one of the squad's strengths. On the defensive line, defensive end Cameron Byrd returns along with defensive tackle Matei Fitz as the anchors. Returning from injuries, defensive end Donovan Hoylett and promising defensive tackle TJ Baldwin. The position group is also bolstered by solid depth. At linebacker, Carter Glassmyer leads the rebuilt group. Sophomore Peyton Seelman and transfer Tashawn Burney will join him in the unit. The defensive backfield features 2 seniors and a couple of less experienced sophomores. Richmond's special teams did not escape the wave of change. The Spiders will field another promising Aussie punter, a new place kicker, and 2 new returners. Fans, you can't make this stuff up. The game will match Richmond's potential versus Lehigh's proven product. I haven't seen the odds makers' final line, but have to believe the Warhawks will be a solid favorite, and they should be. But don't count the Spiders out of this one. Coach Huseman likes this team and its potential. He's praised its leadership, hard work, and camaraderie. With the impressive speed and athleticism the team possesses, he believes the team will respond well. Spider fans, another big kickoff happens Saturday. It's the 15th annual Spider Game Predictions Contest. Mrs. Diplomat returns with all of the gang to defend her 2024 championship. One thing's for sure, this always popular and highly anticipated season-long battle for the coveted championship will include lots of drama, twists, turns, and surprises. Good luck to all the contestants. Here are the picks for the Lehigh game presented in the order of the final standings from the 2024 contest. Fans, this is a very tough matchup for Richmond. I'm sure we all wish it was taking place in October or November rather than August 30th. My hope is that our young and less experienced squad will play well. I agree with Coach Huseman that the team that plays the hardest and executes the best will likely take home the victory. There's no doubt in my mind the Spiders will play hard. How we'll execute is the larger question. Win or lose Saturday, we'll get a good read on how far we've gotten towards being a team that can battle for a championship in the Patriot League. I'm hopeful, Spider fans. That's all for the prologue. Show them what you got. Play your best. Go Spiders. So long for now.